afternoon. It is great to be here. I'm excited to have this time to share a little bit more about Sitecore's journey to composable, because for us, it's not just how the marketing tech stack is moving to composable, but it started much earlier with our entire product strategy, shifting from the monolithic version to a truly composable tech stack. So the two kind of interplay together. So it's an interesting story. I think there's a lot of learnings and a lot of synergies with some of the conversations I've heard today. But first, let's talk about candy. It's Halloween, almost. I'm sure there's been lots of discussions in homes. How many bags of candy do we buy so we don't end up with too much? But when it comes to candy, some of it's composable, and some of it isn't. And that's okay. This is preferred by some. This is needed by some. But when it comes to composability, it also comes with it optionality. It allows us to create different things to solve for different needs, different business outcomes. For Sitecore, this shift to composability and optionality is seen in those two ways. It's the product strategy and how our marketing tech stack has evolved. And when you think about analogies, how do we help broader teams understand composable? This is one that's resonated, like the composability of and optionality that Jelly Bellies bring compared to that candy bar. The Sitecore you may know, it's one that we grew up in the web world. For 20 plus years, we've played in this kind of traditional content management space. Through acquisitions and through development, we grew into a kind of a best-in-class digital experience platform, the ultimate candy bar, if you will. But 3 years ago, we kind of looked around and realized that this very web-centric space was really far behind other industries and other technologies when it came to cloud. So we took the decision to completely re-architect our product platform. So just to be clear, we are still supporting kind of the all-in-one version for those customers that want to stay on that kind of monolithic, single vendor platform. But we wanted to make sure that we drove that optionality for our customers that were on this very different path of how they were evolving their business. And do that without having them sacrifice the capabilities and the features they needed for the enterprise. So it was a significant commitment to the market, but also opened up all these really cool opportunities for us as a marketing organization. As a MarTech or marketing team and a MarTech vendor, we like to drink our own champagne. So we started to look around and figure out, how are we going to tackle this world of optionality for Sitecore. We'd been leveraging and have been leveraging that monolithic DXP for years. And now this is a bit more kind of about our journey. And our friends at Gartner, kind of behind us this path, saying the organizations that have adopted that intelligent approach in the DXP space are able to roll out those features 80% faster than competitors. And for marketing, new features means we can deliver new business outcomes. We can drive new things for the business if we have that speed to market and those options available to us. So to help us on our journey, we started by mapping our architecture based on the capabilities that we need. So starting to shift that mindset, break up that monolithic solution that we'd all gotten very comfortable with, and think about what are those specific capabilities we needed for ABM, for CMS, for email, for automation, for webinar. And this is the architecture we are working toward for Sitecore. Fully integrated, fully composable, with solutions that are our own and solutions from other vendors, as we would expect in any best-in-class B2B tech stack. So one of the great things about the composable approach is that it took away this pressure to try to do it all at once. And we could start and go kind of module by module, solution by solution, capability by capability, and figure out what was the best next move for us to roll out. So we've started by deploying different solutions, seeing those early learnings, gaining that kind of almost immediate ROI from a lot of these solutions, and then continuing on to the next step. So I want to go through a couple of examples, then I'll come back to that world of content management and talk a little bit more about why we're so excited to be partnering with Netlify on this journey. So for our digital modernization, we started by implementing Content Hub DAM. I'm realizing some of my animations are not working, so Content Hub down is that purple box in the lower left-hand corner. So this digital asset management gave us a single source of truth for all of our images, our videos, our logos, everything that we needed to run for a marketing organization. So we were able to streamline collaboration almost immediately with our agencies across internal teams, saving countless hours. And now as we move forward with our kind of next-gen marketing, this will become that central image library for all marketing touch points, allowing us to continue to build and leverage those enterprise capabilities in digital asset management, rather than using separate media libraries that often come with different solutions. So then last October, we updated our search solution, the other purple icon here. And with it, we kind of looked around and thought, the search on our website it was not delivering the way that we needed it to or the way that we expected it to. So we replaced the search solution, and with it came a ton of brand new capabilities. Multi-site search, so we could take content from any of the Sitecore properties and deliver them in one unified search experience. PDF indexing, real-time personalization, so every single visitor was getting that personalization as part of that search experience. Because of the architecture of the search solution that we selected, we were able to roll out this brand new search experience in less than 1 month with a single developer and see those immediate returns. 50% more search results were being returned and a 25% increase in click-through rate. Just by decoupling and starting to think, how do we solve for this one capability in our experience and then continue to maximize? Because of the architecture, we're now able to take those new features right away and get those deployed on the site. So we've now seen a reduction in bounce rate, a higher engagement rate from those search results as well. So this continuous improvement, continuous return on investment by focusing on one component at a time. So CDP and personalization have also been part of this composable journey for us. The addition of these solutions gave us new capabilities, new abilities to personalize on any page of our website. And now as we move forward, we're continuing to expand that implementation of CDP, thinking of data as its really kind of own module. It's something that we really need to focus on optimizing. But the benefit of this is that now as we move forward, we can take all the customer data from our chat application, from CMS, from our CRM, from all these different data sources, and leverage that for ongoing personalization as we continue on this journey. Much more is possible because we've kind of rethought about our MarTech strategy and how we want to continue to move forward. So we've addressed a lot of those periphery solutions as part of our MarTech stack that have allowed us to get that ongoing value and see the return on the investment for those changes that we're making. But we're now tackling the core CMS for Sitecore. And we're moving from our monolithic solution to the hybrid headless CMS, XM Cloud, that will bring all of these different digital experiences together. So we're strangling the monolith, I think is what we've been doing. So we have 100 customers on this exact same journey with us. So this is why we're really excited about our partnership with Netlify and what that brings to all of these companies that are on this same journey of moving from more traditional monolithic architecture into this composable world. So Sitecore's product portfolio and that CMS, XM Cloud in particular, we've pivoted to this composable architecture with these headless SaaS products, and now the front ends can be built in any language. So this gives brands like ours the flexibility, the agility to deliver for our customers. And this is where this combination of Sitecore and Netlify really presents some great opportunities. So our new flagship product, XM Cloud, with a front end from Netlify, customers can now keep websites up and running with much faster performance, maintain those levels of security that enterprises expect and absolutely need, the scalability, deliver on the developer productivity, and all in all, accelerate the website and how those are delivered to market. So there's so much more to come from the Sitecore and Netlify partnership. I'm excited to be part of this community and deliver a lot of kind of new options for our customers. So when I take a step back and look at the journey that we've been on so far to embrace the composable mindset in Sitecore, we've seen 3 key gains. The first is in agility. How quickly can we swap out things that aren't working in our tech stack, that aren't working for our business anymore, that were made under a completely different set of guidelines and paradigms within in the business. So as things, we can swap those out one at a time instead of turning this gigantic ship. Speed to market is another. So we're no longer spending a ton of time on upgrades. So those resources can now be redeployed. We've been able to upskill and cross-train folks across our development organization so that we can roll out new features as soon as they're released and continue to see that ROI. So to be able to add kind of new measurements and new metrics as we're reporting about what marketing is doing is really exciting. It continues to show that innovation and really drives the energy in teams as well. And finally, the one that's a little bit harder to measure, but we all really feel it, is this momentum. We're really changing the game when it comes to marketing. I think a lot of folks had felt like we had kind of settled. We had the tech stack that we had, but this ability to reinvent and rethink and change the conversation about how we were going to deliver a best-in-class MarTech stack has really driven that energy and that forward momentum from the teams. So I'm here for the rest of the afternoon, happy to have follow-on conversations. We're trying to be very transparent in our journey to composable. I think there's a lot of kind of interesting angles and learnings there. So happy to have follow-on conversations, but appreciate your time. Thank you.